Welcome to Duckpin TV's presentation of the 2016 Duckpin Bowling Championships. We are coming to you from Meadowbrook Lanes in Warwick, Rhode Island. Tonight we're going to feature the finals of the individual handicap tournament. These bowlers have qualified via a 10-game qualifying round on their own teams, and they have made their way through the semifinal brackets. And we are going to feature this evening Mark Parker and Mike Guaniero. We had a chance to talk with both bowlers before this evening's match, and here's what they have to say. Good.
Focusing on keeping the ball in the lane, down the middle. Chances, I think my chances are good. Anyone has a chance to win, so I think my chances are pretty good.
I don't know. Honestly, I just have to hit that pin. And if I hit that pin, I'll be okay. But whatever. So I got to be a little more humble, not like the last thing.
So, Jim, Eric, having heard what each bowler had for thoughts before the match, what do you guys think might be the defining moments, or what might be the keys to this match?
Yeah, I think I'd have to repeat my thoughts in the semifinal match for Mike Guaniero. It's all about getting comfortable, feeling like you belong in the match, and getting a start as early as possible.
Yeah, I think we can get a couple marks early in the game. Just kind of settle his nerves, give him the confidence that he can beat Mark. Getting handicapped as well. So, yeah, I think if he can start fast, start well, that'll keep his head in the match.
Yeah, he ended the last match, or the semifinal match, really well. A couple of marks. I think he just ride the wave.
Excellent, gentlemen, and we're going to find out what happens right after this commercial break.
Must be a strike.
John Gorman, do or die here.
It's not. Oh! Hold all tickets, folks.
Well, you won't see a stranger one than that. And let's take a look.
Anybody going down the ramps will turn around and come back now, won't they, Mike? That's a live ball.
And welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2016 Duckpin TV Championships. This week's edition features the finals of the handicap division. We have Mark Parker and Mike Guaniero. They have, over the last couple of weeks, advanced to this point. And tonight we are going to bring you the finals. And Mark Parker is going to start us off on the left lane. Mark Parker, being the number 1 seed, has that option, and he chooses to bowl first and finish last.
Mark had put in a great performance on our show last week. Overcame Josh Lowell, who led the match through 7 or 8 frames, had a 10-pin edge, and then left the door open, and Mark did what good bowlers do. He accepted the invitation and walked right through.
Yeah, last week Mark was on the other side of the last ball he threw. Josh threw a couple of balls in the 9th and 10th that were less than, they just weren't tight in the pocket, and he left some really difficult. Yeah, 7, 9, 10, and real
5, 10,
sloppy.
Yeah.
And Mark's looking at the 5, 6, 10. Gives it a good effort.
Jim, where do you think Mike Guaniero's head is at here? He got to watch Mark do away with Josh Lowell and really dominant, a really dominant performance. Was on the mark, barely missed his object pin. Do you think he's going to respond? Maybe be a little bit intimidated?
No, I don't think so. I asked him how he was feeling physically. He said he felt fine, no tightness or soreness, so that's good.
We know Mike looked pretty comfortable at the conclusion of his match against David Richardson.
And seemed to turn over that ball. It didn't come off the fingertips, more off the side of his hand.
I'd say Mike is, I think he's getting 17 pins, perhaps, handicap.
Correct.
So goes into, you walk into a game, and you're in a finals format, and you've got a 2-mark advantage. So you just got to think, if I can just make a couple of marks early. Unfortunately, he left some pins on the deck there, so
he just gave back 3 of those pins
right away.
Right in one frame.
Without a mark, Parker has already made up 3 of the 17.
That's kind of what I alluded to earlier, that the better bowler can make up a lot of that handicap just on
a couple
deadwood.
of weeks ago, when Mike was bowling against David Richardson, similar situation, and he covered his pins and didn't let David get back anything. Yeah, Mike clearly overthrew that
A little
ball.
too much mustard on that ball.
A little interesting there, Eric. The last time Mike was on the show, you had mentioned the sparkly second ball, and in that particular box, he chose not to throw that one. I'm not sure what the reasoning
Yeah,
for
I
that
wonder.
was.
We got a ball change here. It looked like something that was working for him in that match.
It's that under inflated Patriots bowling ball.
Maybe he got called for a rules
Maybe,
violation.
yeah, he might have. The Duckpin commissioner might have talked to him about the ball.
Mark with a heavy pocket hit here in the second frame, but is able to break it up and leave just a single pin, 3 pin.
Perhaps setting up for a first mark of the match here.
Plenty.
Sometimes you don't have to hit them hard. You just have to knock them over.
That's all it takes.
That's what happened there. I was talking to Mark before this match, and we haven't seen in the either of the semifinal matches. We have not seen a double yet. So
We're still waiting
I
for our
asked
first
Mark
double.
if he could provide one. Seemed like he was willing to accommodate.
Goodness, that's a 9-pin explosion, 9 in the pit.
That's 9. First they were in the air, and then they were in the pit.
Yeah. Mark has a very unique swing and delivery. It works incredibly well for him, and he still just gets the ball out without this enormous backswing. Oh,
And really not with a lot of follow through either. He really doesn't.
Very little follow through. And
His hand does
somehow
not come up above his waist, I don't think,
it's a
even
really
after he's
compact
thrown the
swing,
ball.
But
It's very
Efficient.
It's very choppy,
Yeah.
but the release point is usually accurate.
yeah, and on the one hand, it looks unconventional. We don't see many bowlers like that, but you got to imagine maybe there's some advantage in a lot of ways to not having so much additional motion in your swing.
Right. Well, this is a different Mike Guaniero we're seeing this game. He's a lot of struggling so far.
2 weeks ago, Mike was throwing the ball very smoothly, and the pins were exploding. And right now, he's just off the head pin. And
We did see him take a couple of frames to settle in his match against David Richardson. Not too much different than this, but David Richardson at the time had thrown left four consecutive splits, really left the door open for Mike to have a few frames like this.
Yeah.
Mark is not doing that.
yeah, here you see Mike already given back 5 pins. 5 pins already left on the plate. So through 3 boxes with only 1 mark, Parker's made up 14 of the 17 pins.
Wow. Better thrown ball, but
There's
unlucky break.
just an unfortunate break right there.
Mike throws a little fist pump to say thanks.
He's appreciative of the 710. He's, because when you make this, you get a patch. So
Well, this would be pretty impressive.
well, this is for the
and
patch.
a first on Duckpin TV.
For the patch? No.
You can hear people in the background, perhaps. Everybody gets a little bit excited when it looks like there's a chance.
Yep.
It
Well,
isn't-
both
not
of these
something you see very
bowlers, they're both local bowlers. They both bowl out of this establishment, so they're well known in this area. It's Parker with a chance to really put some distance now, and right there is the extra pin.
Mark talking to the crowd, reacting to his strike.
I think he just put somebody in timeout.
Yeah, I think so.
Mark's directing traffic, and this could be the double I asked for. Got a chance.
Haven't had one yet.
He told me that he thought he threw one last week. Just didn't quite get the. And there it is, as promised.
He waited.
Mark
he
Parker
waited 1
delivered.
week, but delivered.
He delivered.
Both of those
So
balls,
with
a
that,
little bit of wall
no,
action.
there was you got a little extra action. With that double, we're gonna take this opportunity right now to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back after this message.
right, welcome back. Mike Guaniero taking lane 4 here to throw his 5th frame. He finds himself behind the 8 ball at the moment. Frankly speaking, his opponent Mark Parker has thrown a double in the 4th and 5th frame.
Yeah, that 17 pins of handicap has evaporated very quickly.
That's long gone.
And Mike off the head pin a little bit, but on the inside of the 3 pin, leaves himself a 4 pin, makeable 4 pinner. And he is just a bit outside, as they say.
Just.
Yeah, he needs to. Mike really right now needs to sit down, or unfortunately he has to stay up and bowl, but he needs to refocus. And he has paper. He has 5 frames left. It's not over, but he's got to start something right now if he's got any chance of making a comeback in this match.
Oh, no help, and a little more frustration.
He's not very happy about lane 3 right now.
First head pin hit in a little while and does not get rewarded, leaving the 5-10.
Pat, I'm not seeing what I'd like to see out of Mike right now. Is exactly what you suggested he should be doing. Is kind of refocusing, resetting, taking a deep breath.
No.
He's. I don't want to say this entirely, but he seems like he's kind of checking out a little bit, and it's far too early to be doing
the
something
body
like that.
language is definitely not positive. But again, it's Duckpin bowling. Mark Parker's on a double, but Mike has 4 boxes left, and there's plenty of paper left for him to make a comeback and still make this a match.
Yeah, and Mike being somebody who throws with a lot of power and velocity.
There you go. I mean, there's a chance right there for Mark Parker.
Maybe exactly what Mike needed was Mark to show him a little daylight.
He needs just a little bit of an opening of a door. They might have it.
And unfortunately for Mark, 5 and a 6 filling the double kind of negates the double. It's more like he just threw a spare and a strike as far as the loads are concerned. He only really gained 1 off of that double, and really none now that he left the pin up for wood. It's like he went spare strike, 2 10 loads.
But that being said, he has opened up a 18 or 19 pin. He's got 38 less 7. He's got a 21 pin lead.
Yep. It negates the double, but still, it's 2 more marks than what Mike's thrown.
It's over a 20 pin lead with 4 boxes to go, and again, that's not insurmountable.
And Mark comes right back from a tough frame.
Didn't really affect him too much on the load.
So he maintains the 21 pin advantage.
7th frame was a bomb.
Puts Mike's back right up against the wall here.
Mark told me last week when he throws that ball right where he just threw that last one, that's the result he expects to see. Mike's just
there.
Yeah, that expression right there, I think, tells you exactly where he is right now. A little confused.
Little Led Zeppelin, dazed and confused.
Yep.
Well, we're rooting for you, Mike. Let's put one on the head pin here.
See, he went back to that Patriots ball.
I think you should throw that every ball.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, you made that observation early in the game, and I don't know what Mike was thinking, but if the ball is different weight, different feel,
I have no idea.
He looked comfortable with it in his match against David Richardson.
Yep.
So sort of surprised to see the adjustment.
Well, this is a must-mark situation, if not must-strike situation for Mike. He's considerably behind with a paper running out.
Yeah, again, on the head pin, but fading away from the pocket.
Not a solid pocket hit.
Didn't really come through the ball. Seems like he came up a little bit at the line, so there's not a lot of drive on that ball, and leaves a difficult 4-pin spare.
A cover on this, though. Was just what he needed, and he threw a pretty good ball, just shot the gap.
There's that Patriots ball on the 3rd ball making a shot. I'm really surprised. I do know that 2 weeks ago, he was using that clear ball second
Yeah,
every time.
right.
Who knows? Maybe that's maybe whatever ball's there is the one he uses. But it just seems like from 2 weeks ago that was the ball of choice.
And I can't help but notice that every time he throws it in this match, it's
And a good result.
yeah, he hits what he's shooting.
I think as long as nothing drastic or
Well, as long as Mark doesn't,
right, 4 box, 2 box,
Leave.
anything, right. As long as he's present these last few frames, this is his game. His game to win.
Touches that 5-pin, sends it off the wall.
Well, he's got a 33-pin plus advantage with only 2 boxes left. That's almost insurmountable. And he's really liking lane 3 right now.
Yeah, that ball is right in that pocket. And you can see, Mark tends to, if I'm not mistaken, Mark tends to kind of attack the pocket straight down the lane, kind of over the middle arrow. I see that ball
He
is
likes to be
definitely from the left.
backside. He likes to be bringing it back.
Yeah, I saw that ball definitely coming from the left. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. What an exciting strike that was.
The largest
And
cheer of the tournament.
And the crowd appreciates
The
it.
crowd goes wild.
Got to see that one live on the pit camera there.
That is a duckpin strike if there ever was one.
Yeah. A couple of messengers
And the crowd
trying to
loved
take
it.
care of the 10-pin there.
And with that pitch right there, Mark Parker is going to be our 2016 handicap individual title winner. There's nothing Mike can do to overcome anything that Mark has done, and it's pretty much a done deal. He did mark at least, and unfortunately is not going to break that magic 100 marker.
Well, it's been a great weekend.
Oh, he had a wonderful run.
And first time under the Duckpin TV lights for Mike Guaniero. We enjoyed having him for sure. But right now it's all about Mark Parker here.
Well, when you think about it, he ran into the potential number 2 qualifier on the scratch side of this tournament. And, it is handicap, but it's not 100%. So clearly the higher average bowler still has an advantage if they do their job.
Right.
And Mark certainly did that.
To Mike's credit, second place finish on a long tournament format that he's really not accustomed to bowling in, head-to-head matches.
This is already his 13th game of the tournament, and I believe I think his team may be qualified for the finals for the team event.
He's got more bowling to do.
He may have more bowling to do.
So there it is, folks. 2016 Duckpin TV champion, as Pat said, Mark Parker, B Division winner. Congratulations to Mark. Pat, you want to wrap things up?
We're going to take this opportunity to go to a commercial break, and we will be back with our moment of the match and an interview with our winner right after this.
Must be a strike.
John Gorman, do or die here.
It's not. Hold all tickets, folks.
Well, you won't see a stranger one than that. And let's take a look.
Anybody going down the ramps will turn around and come back now, won't they, Mike? That's a live ball.
Welcome back to Duckpin TV's coverage of the 2016 Duckpin TV Championships. We are from Meadowbrook Lanes in Warwick, Rhode Island, and we just concluded the finals of the individual handicap tournament. We had an exciting match.
A fun match.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Mark Parker defeated Mike Guaniero, and what I'd like to do now is try to decipher or see if you can define a moment of this match. It might be a little difficult in this one because I'm not quite as competitive as some of the other matches.
The moment came earlier, I think, than most other matches. Guaniero struggled early, and after 3 frames, Mark Parker had already eaten into roughly half the handicap. And then Mark throws a double in the 4th and 5th, and for all intents and purposes, that was the end of the match. Mike couldn't recover, and when he did, it was a little too late, and it was really all Mark Parker.
Well, we had a chance to talk to Mark Parker after the match, and here's what he had to say.
All right, yeah. So I felt really good in that last match. I felt much better than the first match. I was throwing better balls. I mean, it does help, you know. I know Mikey struggled a little bit there, but I just knew that I was bowling well. To be the first champion, it feels really good. Honestly, I hope this tournament expands next year. This tournament was a lot of fun. 2 great houses, Meadowbrook and Town Hall. A lot of fun. So I encourage everybody to do it. Honestly, this is just as much fun as the Fed matches down south. And it's even more fun because you're able to do this. You're able to bowl, and everything's posted on Duckpin TV. It's honestly, it's probably the most fun tournament that I've ever bowled in. It really is because of this, and it's a team format, and the team format's the best. And that's just the honest truth. And to bowl as well as I did this weekend, I'm very grateful. I thank you guys, and it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Probably the most fun I've had in a team tournament. Thank you so much.
So next week's match, we're going to bring you the first semifinal round of the scratch division, or the A handicap, the A division, which will feature Joey Sears going up against a relatively newcomer to the duckpin scene, Mr. John Blaze. He's a candlepin bowler by trade, but has been bowling duckpins for 2 or 3 years, and that's going to come to you next week. Please don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and by all means share this video with all your friends. Have a good day.